Hello traders, welcome to Trading Logic. Here we trade with logic and not with emotions. Today I want us to do a brief fundamental and technical analysis on GBP USD. Without wasting much of our time, let's quickly dive into the fundamental analysis before the technical analysis. All right, so the economic data today shows UK GDP month over month, and we have the actual as 0.3%, the forecast as 0.0%, and the previous as 0.0%. I think that is a positive result for the UK economy, because the UK economy grew 0.3% when the market expected 0.0%. So fundamentally, this is a bullish potential for GBP pairs, most especially GBP USD. But there is another important second part of this economic calendar, USD PPI month over month, which is yet to be released. I think they are going to release the economic data by 1:30 p.m. Today. So there are two competing catalysts in the markets today. If US PPI comes below forecast, I think the forecast is 0.2%. So if the outcome is below the forecast, let's say we have 0.1. So if the actual is below forecast, so which means it's definitely going to be a weakness on USD. If it comes above forecast, let's say 0.3, so USD will definitely gain some strength, which could oppose GBP strength. So today, from what we have right now, GBP, according to their GDP outcome, is very much bullish, but we are still expecting the US PPI month over month economic data results. So by 1:30 we are going to have that. So for now, what is certain now is that GBP is currently bullish. So like I said, if the data released by 1:30 p.m. is below 0.2%, which means the USD will be what? Will be fundamentally bearish, while GBP is currently fundamentally bullish. So let's quickly dive into the technical analysis. So for the technical analysis, if you look at GBP USD, you will see that here we have this last break of structure to the upside. Then we add a change of character. Then we have a retracement. Then we add another break of structure to the downside. Then from there we add market structure shift from bearish to bullish. You can see we have it from bearish then to bullish. So we have a change of character, which means technically GBP USD is bullish. Remember, fundamentally GBP is bullish, and from our technical perspective, GBP is also what? Bullish. So after this market structure shift to the upside, we had a retracement to a discount zone. Then we are currently having this continuation leg to the upside. So what I'm seeing here is GBP USD might probably be trading into the supply zone around here. So like I said, GBP USD is technically bullish and fundamentally bullish as well. So let's see what is currently going on here. So if you look at GBP USD right here, you see that here we have this minor break of structure to the upside. All right, and market is giving us a retracement right now. It's giving us a retracement. So here we have this demand zone on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that demand zone on the 4-hour time frame. You can see another one right here on the 4-hour time frame as well. So let's quickly go into the 1-hour time frame and let's see what the 1-hour time frame perspective is telling us. So here is the break of structure we have on the 4-hour time frame, and currently market is taking care of some internal liquidities we have here. I think that has been done already. So we had liquidity here. So this trend line liquidity or equal lows liquidity has been swept by the market. So probably you might be expecting GBP USD to make its retracement into this 4-hour demand zone before we see a continuation to the upside. So during by 1:30 p.m. we might experience a spike to the downside. So you are not encouraged to trade during the news. Just wait for a proper confirmation on the 15 minutes time frame. So if you go to the 15-minute time frame, you are having something like this on the 15-minute time frame: lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. So wait for market structure shift from bearish to bullish before you enter the trade for a buy on the GBP USD. So wait for confirmation. I'm not saying you should trade GBP USD immediately the news is released by 1:30 p.m. Just wait, go to 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame and wait for confirmation before you long GBP USD. So today, from our technical perspective, GBP USD is bullish, and fundamental perspective, GBP is also bullish. So we should be expecting the US PPI month over month data that will be released by 1:30 p.m. before we take any action on GBP USD. So don't forget, be disciplined and trade with logic, not with emotions. Thank you. Do have a profitable week.